Atma Namaste everyone, good evening. The ones who are watching for wherever you are, Namaste. Why don't you guys just say it loud? We cannot turn the camera. Okay, they just need to know I'm not in a small room by myself. Okay. Anyway, before we start, let's ask for divine blessing, shall we? Okay. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the spiritual elders, to all the holy masters, to all the saints, to all the holy archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, to my beloved and respected teacher, Master Chua Kok Sui, Lord Mahaguju Meiling, to the Lord Christ, to the Lord Buddha, and all the high beings, we humbly invoke for divine light, divine love, divine guidance, help, and protection. Thank you for this opportunity and great privilege to be of service, to be channels and instruments of your love, mercy, and compassion to the entire earth. We thank you in full faith, so be it. With tremendous gratitude, respect, and love, we thank you. All right, so before we have the lecture on the great invocation, let's just do a quick cleansing. So tap your crown, press the center of your palms, focus on your crown, your hands and your feet. Just raise your hands, we'll chant Om. You ready? Concentrate on your crown, your hands and your feet. Inhale. Just be still. Feel the divine energy pouring down your crown. With the blessings of God, with the help of my teacher, Master Chua Kok Sui, Mahaguju Meiling, the divine energy is pouring down your crown. Your crown chakras are being cleansed. All negative thoughts, negative energy in your crown chakras are disintegrated, extracted, and properly expelled to the ocean. Your crown chakras are cleansed, highly energized, highly activated. The divine energy is pouring down your forehead chakra, your ajna, and your backhead chakras. Your forehead, your ajna, your backhead chakras are being cleansed. With the blessings of God, so be it. Your forehead, your ajna, your backhead chakras are being cleansed. Any negative thoughts, negative energies are disintegrated, extracted, properly expelled to the ocean. So be it. Your crown, forehead, ajna, backhead chakras are highly energized, highly activated. Tremendous amount of a waterfall of divine lights pouring down to your crown, forehead, ajna, and backhead. The divine energy is pouring down to your throat chakras. Your throat and secondary throat and jaw chakras are being cleansed. With the blessings of God, these chakras are being cleansed. All negative thoughts, negative energies, especially the energies of worry, are now disintegrated, extracted, properly expelled to the ocean. Your crown, forehead, ajna, backhead, throat chakras, and jaw chakras are cleansed and properly energized and activated. The divine energy is pouring down to your back heart, entering your back heart, filling your front and back heart with divine light. It's entering your back heart chakra, entering your back heart, and into your astral body. With the blessings of God, your astral bodies are now being cleansed. All negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative energies, especially the anger, resentment energies, are disintegrated, dissolved, extracted, expelled properly to the ocean. Your back heart chakras are highly energized, highly activated. Your astral bodies are flooded with waves of love, peace, joy, and tremendous happiness. In the name of my teacher, Master Chua Kok Sui, Mahaguju Meiling, so it is. Just be still. Inhale the loving energy, and gently here exhale any stress energy out of your system. Inhale love, joy, and peace, and gently exhale any stress energy, and it's now being thrown into the ocean. So be it. The divine energy is pouring down into your front and back solar plexus chakras. It's going deep into your front, back solar plexus chakras, through the web and into the roots. Any negative thoughts, negative energies, any kind of anger, resentment, hatred, jealousy, envy, energies in these chakras are now gently but lovingly and decisively disintegrated, dissolved, extracted, expelled to the ocean now. In the name of my teacher, Master Chok Sui Mahaguru Jimeling, and all the high beings, in the name of the Supreme God, so be it. Your front, back, solar plexus chakras are continuously being cleansed. Any cords connected to your solar plexus chakras are being dissolved, disintegrated, and cut. Your front, back, solar plexus chakras are cleansed. The divine energies gently, lovingly purifying your spleen chakras, cutting any negative cords. The divine energies entering your front, back, liver chakras. Your liver chakras are being cleansed of any anger and resentment. Your liver chakras are cleansed. Your navel chakras are being cleansed. Your mingmen and kidneys are being cleansed. Any kind of energies of fear are now being lovingly, decisively disintegrated, extracted out of the kidneys and into the salt water in the ocean. Your mingmen kidneys are cleansed. Your sex chakra is being cleansed. Your perineum is being cleansed. Your basic chakra are being cleansed. Any negative thoughts, negative energies, any remnants of negative energies from the past are now being dissolved, disintegrated, extracted, expelled to the ocean. With the blessings of God, with the help of my teacher, Master Chok Sui Mahaguru Jimeling, so it is. The divine energies pouring down your entire body, through your brain. Your brain is being cleansed. Your eyes, your nose, your throats are being cleansed. Your heart, your lungs are being cleansed. Your spine is being cleansed. Your stomach, your liver, your spleen are being cleansed. Your kidneys are being cleansed. Your gallbladder is being cleansed. Your intestines are being cleansed. Your reproductive organs are being cleansed. The divine energy is seeping through your bones, muscles, and blood, disintegrating, extracting all negative thoughts, negative energies, and expelling them to the salt water in the ocean. So be it. Just be still. Just be receptive. Just listen. Just be still, allow the energy flow through your system. Just be super receptive. Repeat after me. I completely, deeply, permanently accept the divine blessings and the divine healing energies. I'm super receptive to the compassionate, purifying light on all levels. Lord God, thank you to all the holy masters, to all the saints, to all the great ones, spiritual helpers, to all the saints, to Master Chok Sui, Mahaguru Jimeling, and all the high beings. I'm super receptive to the compassionate, purifying light. Thank you for the healing energy. In full faith, so be it. Okay, you may open your eyes. How do you feel? That was about 6 minutes. Did that help a little bit? It kind of flush out some of the stress you don't have? Okay, why don't you get up and just shaking? The ones who are watching, just get up and just shake the old energy out before we continue. You notice when we do our esoteric study group, we always start with this. Because sometimes when you sit down, there's a film on your aura, it's hard to learn. Okay, you ready? Okay, have a seat. The full moon is exactly, I think, half an hour from now, is that right? So we'll just have a short lecture and then we'll be meditating before it starts. Okay. So obviously everything I'm sharing with you was taught me by the teacher. Before him I didn't know much, if anything at all. So we'll do our best to cover as much material. All right. The Great Invocation. Now this prayer, a lot of you have read about it, a lot of you have used it. We'll just give you a very, very short talk on it as far as how it applies in our life. Because you could go through it line by line, you can do numerology on each of the words, And frankly, I don't know much about it. I just know what my teacher taught me. So let's get to the essence. Anyway, this prayer that you see at the Great Invocation is already, if I'm not mistaken, the third version. There was two other versions given before by the great spiritual teachers. So this third version is the latest one, and it's the one that been given instruction to use it. If I remember correctly, Grandmaster Cho was saying that this version was actually given, and one of the reasons it was given was an attempt. What? Attempt to stop, I think, World War II, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, of course, it didn't work because there was still World War II. Based on what I read and what I was told, because humanity was not yet ready to be able to absorb all that energy. Nevertheless, it's extremely powerful. So, if you can just pan the camera over there, most of you know this already. We'll just go through the whole prayer and then we'll go back line by line. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men, let light descend on earth. Okay? Then, from the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men, may Christ return to earth. And if you ask the prophet Google, they have it. Okay? From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of man, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Okay? I think that is it. Okay. So let's go back. All right. Before we go even further, let's start with the word man. Believe it or not, I actually had, okay, you can pan over here. Believe it or not, I actually have some students before say that this prayer is sexist. Now, it depends on how you look at it. Let me ask you a simple question. When the body dies, do you still exist? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So, are you a spiritual being having a physical experience, or are you a physical being having a spiritual experience? Spiritual being having a physical experience. Because if you're a physical being having a spiritual experience, when the body dies, that's it, finish. Right? So the question is, how is the gender determined? The soul is neither male or female. It is the physical body that determines the male or the female. So the question is, why is it men? You have to look at it when this was given. At that time, men was to represent mankind or humanity. Now, when a person gets really uptight and upset, hey, how come it's men? It simply shows that that person is still stuck with the physical body. You get my point? In other words, they are not able to see the spiritual side. They're stuck, well, yeah, it's only for men. We women were not included in the prayer. Well, anyway, you get the point? So before we continue, let's get that out of the way to realize the teaching is given to humanity. Clear? Okay. So from the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds. Actually, when Massachusetts was using it, he was saying, let it into the minds of every person and every being. Okay? Let light descend on earth. Now, every time you hear the word light in spiritual teachings, it usually means intelligence. What is it? Intelligence. So if you hear the word light, it means intelligence. It's something like this. You know, if you go to India, the word for teacher is guru. And there are many, many translations. One of the most popular translations is dispeller of darkness. If you have a room that is dark, you cannot take a vacuum cleaner and suck the darkness out. How do you get rid of the darkness? You shine light, right? So when you tell someone, you say, you know, I'm in the dark about something, a certain subject. When somebody tells you, you go, oh, now I understand. You become, to a certain extent, enlightened of what that topic is about. So the word light is oftentimes used to refer to one of the aspects of God, which is intelligence. How are we doing so far up to here? Okay? So, from the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. Next one. From the point of love, we need the heart of God. Let love stream forth into the hearts of men, or every person and every being. So you have the aspect of God, which is intelligence. Then you have the aspect of God, which is love or mercy and compassion. So it comes from what is called the heart of God. Now, if you remember, in the book Existence of, no, which one is that? Yeah, existence of God is self-evident, written by Master Cho, and also the spiritual essence of man and the chakras and inverted tree of life. You know, the Kabbalistic tree of life? He talks about it there, that from the heart of God comes all the spiritual teachers, the great avatars, the Lord Buddha, the Lord Christ. The question is why? If you look at all these great spiritual teachers, if you break it down, they're talking about the same thing. Learn to forgive. Do not unto others as you don't want unto, do unto others. It's the same teaching over and over again, being given over a period of how many thousands of years? You know why? You see, when you say love aspect, to love is to preserve. To love is to? Preserve. When you love your children, you make sure they're well fed, make sure they're taken care of, to preserve them. So the question is, what does this got to do with great spiritual teachers? According to Master Cho, the easiest explanation is this. Because humanity has not yet evolved to a certain rate, so the great spiritual hierarchy has to keep sending teachers over and over again because we don't learn. So over a period of time, okay, a certain number of people, a certain number of souls learn. And then before you know it, it goes, yeah, there's another teacher. Bring it up again. Okay, yeah, we understand. Let's not kill each other. And then it goes, another teacher sent. So from the heart of God, this love, this heart of compassion to preserve humanity, great spiritual teachers are keep being sent to us. Am I talking too fast? Oops, sorry, you guys are translating. All right, anyway. So, it says, may Christ return to earth. Now, it's interesting. We have many students from many different religions. First of all, the people from the ones who are Jewish say, hey, how come you say Christ? But if you study the teachings of Alice Bailey, when this was originally given, the word Christ is basically the great spiritual teacher that's supposed to come back. Different schools, in the Buddhist tradition, they call him Bodhisattva. In the Jewish tradition, you call it Messiah. In the Christian tradition, it's Christ, and so on and so on. Again, don't get stuck with the form. The whole idea is, when it says, may Christ return to earth, it means whoever that great spiritual teacher is, coming from the heart of God, may he come quick. Communicating? I know I'm talking fast because we want to hit the full moon at the peak. All right? Next. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men. When you say purpose, purpose has to do with the will or power or direction. So far we talk about the intelligence aspect of God, which we call light. The preserving, loving aspect of God we call love. Now we have will or power. So the power aspect of God is called the will. So this will is manifested as purpose. As what? Purpose. See, purpose is divided, will is divided into purpose and power. What is it? Purpose and power. You know why? If you just have power, but with no purpose, no direction. It's just like you have a car with, 1,000 horsepower, but nowhere to go. You get my point? Lots of power, lots of energy, but no purpose, no target. Then, purpose without power is also useless. You know why? You have all the plans done, but you don't have the horsepower or the energy to get you there. So the ability to produce the will is the combination of what? Purpose and power. So it says, let purpose guide the little wills of men. It means that compared to the great spiritual teachers, our will is tiny, microscopic. So when you start doing meditation and spiritual practice, when you connect well to your higher soul, you start to understand the wills of the higher beings. Now the interesting part is this. You remember the Lord's Prayer? Let thy will be done. That part of the prayer I've used many times before I came into pranic healing when I'm in deep trouble. I give up, you guys decide. Let thy will be done. Then the interesting part is, when I came into pranic healing, Master Cho started explaining it, it showed a different, deeper meaning. Are you interested, or this is boring for you?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. It is connected to your chakras. To your? So when you say our individual will, our emotional will, that is connected to the solar plexus. The what? Solar plexus. So if you remember in the prayer, he says, let thy will be done. Let the will of my higher soul be done, not the urges of my lower nature. Okay. So in that prayer, you remember, you were taught that the soul plexus is emotional will connected to the will of the incarnated soul, the lower self, if you will. And if you let your lower self have whatever he wants, you have lots of fun, but big problem after, right? That's why there's this word called regret. So from there you say, let thy will be done. The energy shifts from the soul plexus to the ajna. So from emotional will, it shifts to what? Mental will. Now, if you remember in the Spiritual Essence of Man book and all the class, and also in the class, the throat chakra area is considered the abyss. If you study Kabbalah, the throat chakra area, the art is considered the abyss. Abyss means what? Ah, you know. So below the throat chakra is connected to the lower self. From the throat chakra above is connected to the higher soul, the higher self. So anything connected below the throat chakra is connected to the lower self. Above it is higher. So the ajna chakra, when the soul plexus will turns to mental will, it becomes a little bit of a higher will. Okay, let me demonstrate. One time I was sitting at lunchtime with Grandmaster Choa. There was a certain something happening. I said, Master, what do you want to do with this situation? He looked at me with eyes that could, pierce a wall. He said, it's not what I want, it's what has to be done. In other words, regardless of how we feel about a certain something, what has to be done has to be done. If you look at the general population, maybe less than 10% think that way or react to something that way. True or not true? Just think of the way you buy stuff. Oh, I like it pretty. Or I like the style. If you decided on the emotional level, those things are important, like packaging. But if you make decisions using the mind or the will, the mental faculty, packaging doesn't matter. Throw it in the brown bag. What's important is what's inside. You get my point? So that tells you that most of us are still operating from the emotional will. Nothing wrong with it. But at some point, to be able to transcend our problems, the will has to go from emotional will to mental will. Then you also learn this will is not only mental. The prayer says, let the will of my higher soul be done. Let the will of my higher soul be aligned with God. So you go from emotional will, mental will, to divine will. So what is divine will? Divine will means you do things to help others, regardless whether you benefit or not. You do it because it needs to be done. It needs, people are suffering, so whether you benefit or not, even if it costs you something, you go to the extent of helping other people. When it is done, it's called the will to do good. Let purpose guide the wills, our little wills. The purpose which the masters know and serve. So when you get to be an ascended teacher, ascended master, it's called generally, or what we call holy master. At that point, it's just like Star Trek. What did he say? The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. In their case, the needs of the many is the most important thing, period. It's called sacrificial love. Are we communicating? That's why the crown chakra, although it's the center for divine will, it is also simultaneously the center of universal love. They work together. At that point, when there's so much divine will within you, the divine love also merges. So you cannot help it when somebody suffers. You cannot sit not doing anything. Clear? That's why you hear about it in Christianity. Christ died for the sins of the world. Now in the Buddhist tradition, they have this thing called Bodhisattva vow. Have you heard of the Buddha Kuan Yin, Bodhisattva Kuan Yin, the mother of compassion? So in the Buddhist tradition, this Bodhisattva vow says something like this. I will not enter in complete oneness or nirvana or complete oneness with God until every last being has gone ahead of me. Now, you say, oh yeah, that's great. Let's break it down. You know what an amoeba is? One cell organism. Okay, in pranic psychotherapy, you notice when you heal addiction, you remove elementals or entities? Bodhisattva vow means that they will wait until the amoeba becomes a great spiritual teacher. They will wait for that negative elemental or entity become a great archangel before they will even consider entering into heaven. Does that it's hard for our limited minds to comprehend. That's love. in the truest sense of the truest sense of the word. So when you say Christ died for the sins of the world, and you say the Bodhisattva vow, they're very, very similar. Sacrificial love. That is only possible when the crown chakra is sufficiently activated. You say, okay, that's nice. So what's it got to do with the prayer? It's called the accelerated program. As you do meditation, as you do your spiritual practice, as you do meditation to hearts, great invocation, and so on and so on, what would normally take humanity probably years, if not lifetimes, to activate these chakras, to have that awareness, to have that sacrificial love, you're stepping, what do you call it? Pedal to the metal, you're accelerating. That's why some of you notice, yeah, I love my kids, I love my spouse, and then you go, I want to give back to humanity. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to help people in need in Bangladesh. I want to help people who are suffering in Syria. If you think about it, what happens to you doesn't have anything to do directly. But you're going to just sit there because part of you know we're swimming in the same spiritual ocean. That's the meaning of sacrificial love. Are we communicating? Next, from the center where the will of God is known, the purpose God will cover that. Okay, from the center which you call the race of men, or the race of humanity, what does this mean? Essentially, we talk about God being what? A divine being of love, intelligence, and will. Now, all that great energy, when we use the great invocation, we're allowing ourselves, or allowing humanity, a channel to express that into the world. So from the center, what you call the race of men, watch, let the plan of love and light work out. In other words, all this great energy, we are being used as the instrument to make it materialize. And may it steal the door where evil dwells. Okay, what does that mean? Based on the teachings, it's something like this. Most of you know science, right? Do you know that there's no such thing as complete darkness? You know that? In other words, when you turn the lights off, you think it's dark, but if your instruments are bright enough, they're still going to be light. So what you call darkness, or different levels of darkness, is basically the different levels of absence of light. When I read that, I go, oh, that is amazing. So when you say darkness, there's no true darkness. It's just a matter of how much or how little light that area contains. So when it comes to what you call evil in spiritual teachings, evil is basically minimum amount of light. That's why when you have an understanding of who you are, your connection to the world, and so on, so on, so on, you become enlightened. Are we? So what you call evil means, in these prayers, as humanity grows, you start to realize we're one with God, one with all. The amount of darkness or evil start to diminish. It works inversely. It works what? So as more and more people become enlightened, the amount of darkness becomes less. So at that point, metaphorically, it means that evil door is closed. You get what I'm saying? We're not there yet. Now here's the interesting part. I remember Master Cho was saying, he was saying one time, he goes, that's why it's very important for people to learn pranic healing. Because pranic healing is the bridge. It's a what? It's a bridge. You see, if you really want to help people evolve, healing them is good. Alleviating suffering through medicine, chiropractic, massage, Reiki, all these things are good. But you know what? It's a band-aid. It's a band-aid. Why is it a band-aid? Because the physical body will eventually die. The emotional body will also eventually die, so will the mental body. And the soul goes back to the higher soul. What is permanent are the lessons learned by the soul while it is using the physical, emotional, mental bodies. Those lessons are absorbed and kept permanently. So if you keep bandaging the different bodies, they feel good. But until they become enlightened and realize, hey, I'm not this body, I'm not this emotion, I'm not these thoughts, I'm the soul occupying these bodies. And whatever I do is based on this thing called what goes around turns around, comes back, called what? Law of karma. That means that they go, well, I beat up that person, but it's not me, he got hurt. But if you start to do meditation, some of you realize, hey, I don't feel my body anymore. I don't feel my emotions, they're calm. I notice my mind is quiet. And yet I'm observing. So who is this observer? The I am, the higher soul, the soul. So when the soul is observing, at some point they get to realize, wait, that is strange. I'm observing, yet I don't feel my physical, emotional, mental body, and I feel like I'm kind of swimming everywhere. Instead of just here, I can feel myself like that. And I start to sense that there are people who need help here, there are beings who are suffering here. How come this is strange? It's just like I have 360-degree vision and awareness everywhere. Because you realize when you light a flame, you turn the lights off, the light radiates in every direction. Guess what? There are other lights somewhere. When you really look at it from a very sensitive instrument, somehow the different lights do merge together or they connect. So when you do meditation, you realize, oh, I'm not the body, I'm the soul, I'm a spiritual being. When you come back to your waking consciousness, you go, you know what? Maybe that's why that when people are not happy, I feel them. Because somehow you realize we are all one. It's just like when your right hand hurts, even though your left hand is not hurting, somehow the left hand feels that, hey, we need to do something about it. So when you do healing a lot, that is good to alleviate suffering, but that is not the end result. If you think healing is the end result, the people got stuck on the door. Real, permanent healing is when the soul experiences oneness with God. Translation, spiritual development is permanent healing. Are we getting the point across? So if you think just healing is good, no, you should say, oh, by the way, we're doing healing on you. You feel better? Good. You know, what we did is we use energy, we cleanse your chakras. Now you're feeling better, right? Yeah. And guess what? Let's do meditation so that the healing becomes more permanent. They go, oh, I have inner peace. What is that? Well, you see, the heart gets activated, the crown's activated, divine energy coming down. Oh, what is that? And before you know it, they went from the door, through, and they go, yeah, I want to meditate. Then you know what else happens? When there's a strong spiritual connection, even when things go wrong in the physical, emotional, mental world, they say, it's okay. As the Lord Buddha said, these things are not permanent. So regardless of what happens in their life, they have inner peace. And guess what? That lesson is permanently kept with the soul. When the soul comes back, and let's say, let's do it all over again, that lesson is kept, that soul evolves. Are we getting the point across? So healing is very, very important because no matter how rich, how powerful, influential a person is, they still have a body that will one day break down. True or not true? They still have relationships that might go haywire. They might have confusion. So by using the techniques you learn in pranic healing, you're able to alleviate that suffering. And from that suffering, it's a stepping stone and a bridge into spirituality. Let the plan of love and light work out. When a person learns to love, the person experiences divine connection. There's enlightenment, realize, oh, we are one. Then at that point, the door where evil dwells will be sealed. Clear? So healing is good, but don't stop there. Guide them into meditation and spiritual classes. How are we doing so far? Man, that was a long breath, huh? So, to finish the prayer, let light, love, and power restore the planet on earth. The key word is restore. You know why restore? We never left God. It's just that awareness created the separation. So as the soul becomes more aware of who the soul is, the connection to God becomes more clear. At that point, when humanity does it all over the world in masses, then the divine plan is restored. So every time you do the great invocation, don't just say blah, 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 blah. There's an important part of it that we have to be aware when you do the meditation. Clear? Anyway, I'll just do this quickly. Could you just turn it over? Yeah, I'll do it. I talk fast. All right. So this is from the Spiritual SSMN class. I'll just point a little bit. It's from the Supreme God. God manifests love in the Christian tradition. God the Son, the intelligence. God the Holy Spirit. God the Father. Okay? You remember when Pentecost happened, the apostles were able to speak in different languages, understand different languages, and perform miracles left and right. If you look at the New Testament, you have the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Okay? In the Egyptian tradition, you notice you finish your Hebrew prayers with Amen. You finish Christian prayers with Amen. You finish Muslim prayers with Amin. Where did Moses get his PhD? Egypt. Yeah? So power, love, intelligence. Okay. In the Hindu tradition, the Par Brahman, the supreme God, God manifest intelligence is Brahma, power, Shiva, Vishnu, the preserver. Yes? Okay. In the Muslim tradition, Allah al-Wadud, Allah the loving, Allah al-Khaliq, the creator, Allah al-Muqtadir, the powerful. In the Buddhist tradition, Buddha of love, Buddha of intelligence, Buddha of power. How are we doing so far up to here? This is just to give you a wide range. Okay? In the Jewish tradition, you also have the three aspects of God. Alright? Now, you are made in the image of God. Shiva, Sat, existence, the ability to move, to exist. Chit, intelligence. Ananda, love and bliss. So that's why you have teachers that are named what? Swami, Sat, Chit, Ananda. In other words, these teachers are supposed to balance the total three aspects of God. You heard that before, right? Sat, Chit, Ananda is three words put together. So, just to finish it up, we are a being of love, power, and intelligence. I don't have time to go through this right now, but there are different levels of this. Sometimes a person is not very loving, they're willful, but they're intelligent and intelligent at the same time. This is what you call a ruthless person. They're smart and they're powerful, no love in their heart. Okay? Then you have somebody who is very loving, very intelligent, but not much will or power. They have good intentions, but nothing gets done. Okay? Next. The microphone needs power. I thought we had new batteries. Okay. Okay, can you hear now? Good. All right. Then, there are people who are very loving, very powerful, but not too smart. This is what you call fanatics. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do it. They don't think. Formula for disaster. So, the different aspect is different kinds of people, balance or not balance. Somebody fixed the temperature, they're crossing their arms, their body's cold. Let's continue. Okay. How do you know it's not the divine energy coming down? Because you're under the vent. Okay, anyway. Let's finish this. So you are being of divine love. You are being of power, love, and intelligence. God is the being, God the power, God the love, God the intelligence. You have a triangle pointing down and human beings reaching up. So when all is said and done, the merging of God and humanity is symbolized by a six-pointed star. That's that. Okay? So, time for meditation. Did you guys learn anything at all? Yes, I mean, that was a super rush job, huh? But the ones who are watching, you can rewind and pause and take notes. Anyway, this is being recorded, so we'll have it online. Could you get up and just do some stretching before we meditate? Okay. All right, shall we have a seat? To the people of the world who are watching, we're now going to meditate, so sit in your comfortable position. How long is the meditation? Depends on how much you want your aura cooked or barbecued. Well done. A lot of people are vegetarian. What are you talking about? Okay, guys, ready? Okay, I put this on too because all of you did. so I look holier. Okay. All right. Shall we invoke for divine blessing? The ones who've taken Arhatic Yoga, you do your invocation. With people watching from different backgrounds, so I'll just invoke like this. The rest of you, if you want to do your Arhatic invocation, go for it. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to Master Chua Kok Sui, to Mahaguru Jumiling, to all the spiritual teachers of all traditions, to all the holy masters, to all the great ones, to all the saints of all religions, to all the holy archangels, holy angels, to all the spiritual helpers, to our soul, to our divine self, we thank you for your great, great blessings, your divine light, divine love, divine guidance, help and protection. Thank you for the inner strength to continue our spiritual practice. Thank you for your mercy and your compassion. Thank you for physical healing, emotional healing, and for some of us, for financial healing. Thank you for prosperity and abundance. Lord God, we thank you in full faith, with tremendous gratitude. Lots of respect and tremendous love. We thank you in full faith, so be it. Okay. Put your hands on your heart. Focus on your crown. Repeat after me. I am that I am. I'm not the body. I'm not the emotions. I'm not the thoughts. I am the soul. I'm a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am the soul. Okay, just be still, maintain your awareness above your crown. I'm connected in one with my higher soul, the Atma within me. I am that I am. Just maintain your awareness above your crown. Be still. I am connected in one with the divine spark within me. I'm a child of God. I'm one with God. I'm one with all. There is only oneness. I am that I am. Okay, just be still. Just listen. You're not the body, you're not the emotion, you're not the thoughts. You are the soul. You are a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. You are the soul. The body, the emotion, and thoughts are just your instruments. You are a spiritual being of pure energy. You are connected in one with your higher soul, the Atma, which is you. You are that, the Atma. Just be still, be aware. You, the higher soul, the Atma, are one from the divine, you are one with the divine spark or the spirit within you. You are a child of God. You are one with God. You are one with all. There's only oneness. Be still, be aware, and let go. In Hinduism, the mantra Om Namo Para Brahman Om simply means I, the spiritual self, salute the absolute supreme God. So just listen. Allow the energy to flow through your entire system, your entire being. Meditating on the words, I, the spiritual self, salute the absolute supreme God. Just let go. Let go. Allow yourself to just dissolve into nothingness, into pure energy. Just let go now. Let go. We are one with God. We are one with all. There is only oneness. Maintain your stillness and awareness. Maintain your state of stillness and oneness. Simultaneously imagine you're sitting inside the big, beautiful sun, looking out into the solar system. Be aware of your heart. Imagine 2 golden threads of golden light from your heart extending outwards, connecting to the heart chakras of 2 people, or 2 teachers, or 2 souls, forming a golden triangle through your heart with the 3 of you. Be aware of your Ajna area. Imagine same thing, 2 golden threads from your Ajna chakra going to the Ajna chakras of 2 souls, forming a golden triangle. Be aware of your crown. Imagine 2 golden threads of light going outwards, connecting to 2 souls, forming another golden triangle. Be still, be aware. Raise both hands in blessing position. Imagine in the middle of the 3 of you, inside the triangle, is the planet Earth. We will chant Om 3 times. We'll verbally say the great invocation 3 times and chant Om again. But before that, repeat after me. We are one. We are one with God. We are one with all. There is only oneness. Now visualize the earth. Let's chant Om. Take a deep breath. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person and every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person and every being. Let love descend throughout the entire earth. May the great messenger of God return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the wills of every person and every being. The purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. From the center which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out. May it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. So be it. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person and every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let divine love descend throughout the entire earth. May the great messenger of God descend on earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the wills of every person and every being. The purpose which the holy masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend on earth. From the center which we call the human race and the angelic race, let the plan of love and light work out. May it permanently seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth now. So be it. Maintain your stillness and state of oneness. For the third great invocation, recite it silently. Recite it as the soul, not the body, so do not move your lips. Just listen. Recite it as the spiritual being, the soul. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person and every being without exception. Let light descend throughout the entire earth now. Meditate on the words. Allow the soul, the divine self, the entire being to be an instrument of divine light. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being, without exception. Let divine love descend throughout the entire earth now. May the great messenger of God return to earth now. So be it. You, the soul, the divine spark, the divine self, the entire being, allow yourself to be an instrument for divine love to flow throughout the entire earth now. Meditate. 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 From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person and every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend throughout the entire earth now. Allow your entire being to be an instrument for divine will and purpose to manifest on earth now. Be still and meditate. From the center, which you call the human race, the angelic race, and all the other races. Let the plan of love and light work out, and may it permanently seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth now. And let us do our part. Let's chant Om 3 times. Now do it gently and lovingly. And so it is. Put your hands down on your lap. Be still. Be aware. You are the soul. You are a spiritual being of divine intelligence, love, and power. You are one with your higher soul. You are one with the divine spark within you. You are one with God. You are one with all. There is only oneness. Let go. Be aware of your heart. Again, visualize the golden light connecting your heart chakra to two souls' heart chakras. Raise your hand in blessing position. We will do meditation twin hearts as taught to us by a teacher, Master Chok Sui. Be aware of your heart. Your hands flood the earth with beautiful pink light. Just meditate as the soul. Follow silently. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred in the world, anywhere, let me sow divine love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. To all who I have hurt, in however way I've hurt you, I've learned from my mistakes. I ask for your forgiveness. Thank you for your forgiveness. And I also forgive myself. To all who have hurt me, we are all children of God. We are all evolving. Evolution involves time, process, and lots of mistakes. I've learned from my mistakes, so can you. God's peace and love be with you. God's peace and love be with me. You are all completely forgiven. Go in peace. I release you. Where there is doubt, let me sow faith. Where there is despair, let me sow hope. To all who are suffering, may you be blessed by God with hope and faith and a better life. So be it. Where there is darkness, let me sow light. And where there is sadness, let me sow joy. Be aware of your heart. Let every person, every being be blessed with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness and reconciliation, with hope and faith, with light and lots of joy. So be it. So be it. Be aware of your crown. Imagine the golden light from your crown going to the crown chakras of two souls, just like you did earlier. Be aware of your crown and the golden light from your crown flowing through your hands to the entire earth. From the heart of God, let every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. So be it. Be aware of your crown. Allow the divine energy from your crown flowing through your hands to bless the entire earth, including your family, your friends, the people you work with, the city you live in, the country you live in. Let God's love flow to the entire earth without exception, unconditionally. So it is. Be aware of your crown, your heart. Imagine beautiful golden light from both the crown and heart pouring through your hands, flooding the entire earth. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, let every person, every being on earth be blessed with loving kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace and inner healing. Let every person, every being in the higher worlds, the middle worlds, even the lower worlds, in all 8 directions above and below, in all dimensions, be blessed by the Universal Supreme God with tremendous love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. Let all be blessed with goodwill and the willingness to do good. So be it. Blessings be to all. Allow the blessings to flow through us as one. We will now chant Om Mani Padme Hum, the mantra of mercy and compassion. Be aware of your heart, your crown, and your hands. Let us chant it with love and sweetness. Make it real gentle and sweet. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. The next two, do it silently as the soul. Om Mani Padme Hum. And the last one, silently. your stillness and awareness. Maintain your state of stillness and oneness. Gently lower your hands on your lap. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Gently, lovingly imagine a beautiful golden flame on your crown. Look at that golden flame. Be aware of the love within your heart. Send a gentle stream of loving energy from your heart up to the crown, up into the flame. Be still and be aware. Meditate on the silence in between each Om and let go. Just listen to the mantra Om. Allow yourself to just melt into that nothingness in between each mantra. Be still, be aware, let go now. You, the spiritual self, are immersed in brilliant light now. Let go. Dissolve into the light. You are the light. Let go. Tatastu. Gently, slowly come back to your body. Gently and slowly move your fingers, move your toes. Gently and slowly come back to your body now. Take your time, just inhale, exhale slowly. Let's release the excess energy. Raise your hands in blessing position. Visualize the earth in front of you. Let every person, every being on earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Visualize your family, your friends. Bless them with good health, happiness, prosperity, and spirituality. So be it. Bless the people who have hurt you. Bless them with peace, love, and forgiveness. Bless the people who work with you. May they be blessed with abundance and prosperity, and also your job. May your career, your job be blessed with success, abundance, and prosperity. So be it. With all this excess energy you have, bless the Middle East with peace. Let there be peace in Syria. Let there be peace in all parts of the Middle East. So be it. Bless Bangladesh and different parts of the world that have calamities, including the Midwest, affected by tornadoes. And bless any part of the world that you know of that are having difficulties. God's healing and blessing be to all. So be it. Blessings be to all. So be it. May all be blessed. Now you can think of some of the projects that you have. May all these projects be blessed by God with success. May they be manifested, materialized according to God's will. So be it. May all your projects be blessed by God. So it is. May all be blessed. So be it. Without exception. So be it. So be it. Now, if you like, let's focus on our feet and the base of your spine. Let's bless Mother Earth directly. Focus on your feet, the base of your spine, your hands. Imagine beautiful streams of golden light going down into the earth. Repeat verbally with me. Let our beloved Mother Earth and all her inhabitants be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let all be blessed unconditionally. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Okay. Let's end the session. Put your hands in your heart. Let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to our beloved teacher, Master Chua Kok Sui, to Mahaguru Jumeling, to all the spiritual teachers, to all the holy masters, to all the saints of all religions, to all the holy archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, to our soul, to our divine self. We thank you all for your great blessings, your divine light, divine love, guidance, help, and protection. Thank you for illumination, divine oneness. Thank you especially for the inner strength to continue with our spiritual practice. Thank you for prosperity and abundance. And thank you for your mercy and your compassion. We thank you. With tremendous gratitude, respect, and lots of love, we thank you. In full faith, so be it. Okay, you may open your eyes, hopefully with a smile. Sorta, kinda. You guys still look stoned, huh? How do you feel? You okay? You alright? So we'll say goodbye first. To the people of the world who are watching and participating, thank you for joining us. Every soul participating is important, so thank you. And what else we tell them? Thank you for participating. Continue your meditation and practice. I think that's it. And leave us a comment. We'd like to hear from you. That's that. Okay. Atma Namaste. Okay. You want to try panning? See if it works? Okay, we'll do it slowly. Show your halo. Say Namaste, hola. Woo-hoo. Okay, go around. You can see me. Okay. Atma Namaste, everyone. Good night. Take care. Bye. Bye.